Parshat Bo contains the instructions to the Jewish people to prepare for Pesach. And one of the things that they're told to do is, Ushmartem et hamatzot. You are to guard the matzot, to prevent them from becoming chometz, from becoming leaven. They have to be baked as soon as possible. But our sages have a play on words in the Midrash. The word matzot can also be read as mitzvot. And therefore, ushmartem et ha-mitzvot. You must guard the mitzvot. Im ba mitzvah liyatra, if a mitzvah comes to your hand, al tachmitzena, do not allow it to turn into chometz, to become leaven. Ela aseh ota miyad. Do it immediately. So not only when it comes to matzah should be baked immediately, but so to any mitzvah that we do. Don't put it off. Do it with alacrity. Do it as soon as possible. This week is the first yortzat of a very dear friend and colleague, Rabbi Desmond Meisels, of blessed memory, who passed away on the 2nd of Shvat. Rabbi Meisels could be defined by this term. In bata mitzvah liyatra, if a mitzvah comes to your hand, al tachmitzena, don't put it off, ela aseh oto miyad. Do the mitzvah as soon as possible. Rabbi Meisels was a remarkable person. He was busy his entire life. He was busy until the last day of his life, always doing mitzvot, and always doing mitzvot with alacrity. Rabbi Meisels, who studied at the famous Merkaz Harav Yeshiva in Jerusalem, was a jack of many trades and a master of all. He was a mohel, and he did hundreds, if not thousands, of brisses in his lifetime, walking from one side of Cape Town to the other on Shabbat to do britot, and always with alacrity. He was a shochet, he was a ritual slaughterer, and he dedicated a great deal of his time to making sure that the Jewish communities of South Africa had kosher meat. And this included Bloemfontein, where he was the rabbi. This included traveling up to Oudtshoorn and to Port Elizabeth to make sure that they had kosher meat, and to keep an eye on the kosher meat here in the Western Cape. He was a sofer, he was a scribe, who would check mezuzahs and tefillin, and who would write the gittin, the bills of divorce, in the Beth Din, in the Jewish court. And he was in charge of the kashrut department. He was an absolute expert. He knew so much about kashrut. But not only that, he would make sure that we had as many kosher products as possible. And he had a wonderful way of people. When he would go to these factories, well, his second language was Afrikaans. He could speak it fluently. And he was able to forge an incredible relationship with all of the people that he came into contact with. But not only with the great community, with all of his friends and all of his colleagues. Rabbi Meisels was always there to do you a favor and to do a mitzvah. He lived his life on this particular value of doing mitzvot. He and his beloved wife, Esther Rebbitzin, Esther built a wonderful family together, a family of believing Jews, of Zionists. All of his children and grandchildren live in the land of Israel. And his memory will certainly be for a blessing as we remember him on his first yortzat, as a person who always made sure that no mitzvah would get away from him and that he would do it as soon as possible. Yehi zichro baruch. May his memory be for a blessing. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.